What's going on, folks? Blake from New Vision Security Services, and today's message question is, why do you feel the need to manipulate the truth? Very powerful question to those who are manipulators, and it's going to be very powerful information for those who are being manipulated, right? Because as you've heard me say before, the truth is the truth, right? Like when someone, tells you their opinion or their side of the story, right? And we say there's three sides to every story. Side A, side B, and the unadulterated truth. And the truth, in spiritually speaking, right, cannot be denied. Once you know the truth, you are responsible for it. That's how the Father sees it. No excuses, no exceptions. Now, we as mankind create excuses and reasons why we, make whatever decisions. But when it's all said and done, all of us will be judged according to this right here, regardless of what your personal opinion is. It's not going to matter. What matters is what the kingdom of heaven said. So I want to start off 2 Corinthians chapter 11. And I want to start this off by one statement. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14. Now, 2 Corinthians chapter 11 is where Paul is defending his apostleship, right? But there's a very important statement in here that I want to start off with. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14. And no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as a messenger of light. Think about that. The evil one himself goes around parading and masquerading as if he's heaven sent. And there are people that are in this world, right, that are doing the same exact thing. Masquerading like they're your friend, like they're your buddy, like they're the best thing since sliced bread. And they are evil, and they have their own plans, and they use people to their advantage to get what they want. Smile in front of your face, in front of the camera, right? And then when it's all said and done, they drop you like a bad habit, right? I'm just saying, they're manipulators. They're manipulators. And they specialize in manipulating people and the truth, right? Here's the truth. I'm just saying. So that, let's look at Romans chapter 16, verse 18. More proof of manipulation, right? Romans chapter 16, verse 18. Well, no. Let's start at 17. Let's start at 17. Romans chapter 16, verse 17. Now check this out. Now I call upon you, brothers, watch out for those who cause divisions and stumbling, contrary to the teachings which you learned, and turn away from them. For such ones do not serve our master Yahweh, Messiah, right? Yahweh's our Messiah. But they serve their own stomachs. And by smooth words and flattering speech, they deceive the hearts of the innocent. What does that mean, right? They talk slick. They do a lot of hocus pocus, but they're in it all for themselves. And if they don't feel as if you are in their corner or pumping them up, right? Putting them on a pedestal, guess what? They don't need you, right? They need to replace you with someone else who will pump them up and put them on a pedestal, right? Because it's about them, not about you. And they're using you to fluff themselves up, right? Manipulating the truth. Oh, I'm a nice person. Hey, look, oh, I love God. Oh, bless you. Oh, thank you for it. They full of it. And if a little part in your spirit is telling you to watch that person, right? You might want to watch that person. You don't have to say much, but be very observant of people's actions. Be very observant of people's actions. Their actions will say a lot more than what comes out of their mouth. I'm just saying, right? You got people who say, oh, I don't need so-and-so. I don't need this. You got husbands saying they don't need their wives. Wives saying they don't need their husbands, right? Men saying they don't need a woman. Women saying, let's go to Genesis. Let's go to the book of Genesis when he created us, right? Let's look at Genesis chapter 2 verse 21, right? Hey, this ain't Blake speaking. This is our Father in heaven speaking, right? And people try to manipulate this truth. Oh, but it's plain black and white, right? Let me read this to you. Genesis chapter 2, verse 21. So Yahweh Elohim caused a deep sleep to fall on the man, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs, right, and closed up the flesh in its place. And the rib which Yahweh Elohim, right, God, had taken from the man, he made into a woman and brought her to the man. And the man said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. This one is called woman because she was taken out of man. For this cause, a man shall leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, and they shall become one flesh, right? That's plain black and white. Here's what it says in simple terms. God created man first and realized that man, right, was going to need a life helpmate. From man, he created woman, right, as our helper, as our helpmate, a lifelong helpmate. Beginning, end. Now, that's plain black and white, but people are going to take that and manipulate it, right? Because they're manipulators, and say somehow that doesn't apply to them, or they were whatever, right? That's why you got these broken homes and all this kind of mess out here, because he said it. He said why he created man and he created woman. He said why he did it. But people are manipulators. They're going to manipulate our Father's word, and somehow it doesn't apply to them, or take some things out, put some new words in, and they got a new sentence, right? But remember, text taken out of context is nothing but a con, right? Point blank. Oh, I'm trying to tell you. Now, hey, last one. Where we at? 10. Oh, my God. I'm telling you, the time flies because this stuff gets good. Let's look at Luke chapter 16. Luke chapter 16. Verse 15. Luke chapter 16, verse 15, right? Now, Luke chapter 16 is about the unrighteous steward, right? But let's look at Luke chapter 16, verse 15, right? 14. And the Pharisees who loved silver also heard of this and were sneering at him. So he said to them, you are those who declare yourselves righteous before men, but Elohim, God, right, knows your hearts. Because what is highly thought of among men is an abomination in the sight of Elohim. What does that mean? Regardless of what's coming out of their mouths, the Father knows what is really in their hearts. They're manipulating, right? He knows their truth. They're not saying their truth because they want to make you think that, that they're, all for you, or they support what you're doing, and they really don't. It's all about them. They want the arrow, the neon sign. Hey, look over here, right? But remember something. When you put your own self on a pedestal, that pedestal that you put yourself on is not built out of the foundation of the kingdom of heaven. It is built out of foundation that you constructed yourself, which is designed to fail. So be careful where you place yourself on your own. Because eventually you have to come back down off that pedestal. That pedestal ain't going to last forever. And when you back down at the bottom, what are you going to do then? I know what you're going to do, right? You're going to, that's when we get the woe is me stuff. Oh, I'm having such a hard time. Please, help me. Oh, why? You did this to yourself because you put yourself first. You stepped on people to do it. And guess what? He put you down to humble you. And you have to figure out yourself where your priorities lie. Right? Where do your priorities lie? Oh boy. Manipulation. Manipulators and those that have been manipulated. Folks, I'm trying to tell you, this right here is powerful. It's powerful. His love, His grace, and His mercy. Seek those things and He will open your eyes and your ears and reveal things to you that you would otherwise not see. And for those that are manipulators, you will be exposed eventually. And that's when you're going to start crying wolf and looking for, emergency help. I'm just getting loaded. That's why it's shaking. All right. Hey, as always, Blake from New Vision Security Services. I pray that this message reaches who it is intended to reach and helps who it is intended to help. And you guys have enjoy another blessed day, because remember, tomorrow is never promised to us. All right? Take care and stay safe.